Hello, Jeremy. How are you?
Doing well. How you doing?
Good, good, good. My first question would be, I don't know if there is any more room to explore new dimensions for this character. I mean, you've been around with him for a decade. How do you say yes to a new series, a new film with the same character?
Well, there's been a lot that's not been explored with the character. We know him in certain circumstances, but I think what it keeps anything fresh is when you take a character that we all know, right? Like I know him like anybody would know him as much as they saw him in the MCU, but then there's a different environment, and then Kate Bishop is introduced, and other people, and then the past when he was Ronin catches up to him, and all these other circumstances that really kind of shift, and you learn a lot more, and it becomes, a very fun, watchable show.
Mm-hmm. There has been a glimpse of Clint as a family man in the films, but here he's mainly a family man in the first chapter, and then the action begins. Is that the dimension that you wanted to explore more in this series?
Yeah, I think that was all I knew is that it took place in New York, and I was on a family vacation, and then something happens, and then all I'm trying to do is get back home for Christmas. And I'm like, I was already sold on that idea. We're going to tell it over a 6-hour storytelling. It's in. So I love that idea because that was the base for him and his main goal. And I thought that was a great place to start off.
Mm-hmm. How about the chemistry with Haley Stanfield? How did it work?
I think a lot of that will be shown on camera over the 6 episodes for sure. Becomes, it's a very, very important character for each other. They both have a certain need and want from each other and it's very unexpected. But it's really quite it's splintered at first, and moves into other different versions, and you'll have to wait to the end to see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Speaking about the MCU, when you begin doing these films a decade ago, this was a much less complicated universe, and the resonance has been growing and growing, and maybe the responsibility to global audiences. Do you feel that weight on your shoulders, like being watched by millions of people, by millions of children too, that are now with Disney Plus more? I mean, more so ever.
I don't feel the weight at all. I mean, it doesn't shift anything. I love the idea that it's not. Look, the show exists because of the fans, and most of Disney Plus's Marvel world that exists because of the fans and how the expansive storytelling that happens on the streaming network. And I'm just happy to be a part of it. And happy that the fans will keep that going,
Any ideas on this new multiverse that we're watching in the fourth phase of Marvel? Do you want your character to be part of this multiverse?
I love the character. I love the work. So, this is outside my pay grade. I'm happy to play the character as long as I can.
Okay. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man.